Madam C.J. Walker, an influential entrepreneur during the postbellum era, by Regina E. Romandetti. Hi, my name is Regina Romandetti, and today I will be talking about Madam C.J. Walker. She was the first self-made female millionaire in the United States. Walker built a hair care empire that empowered African American women, and she used her success to give back to her community through education, job creation, and philanthropy. Her story shows how one woman turned business success into a powerful force for social change. Madam C.J. Walker wasn't always Madam C.J. Walker. She was born as Sarah Breedlove to formerly enslaved parents in 1867 in Louisiana. After her parents passed, she became a really hard worker at a very young age. Eventually, she left Louisiana and she moved to Mississippi, and then later on in her life to Denver, Colorado. In 1905, she was working as a sales agent for another hair care line. She realized she had great potential as a businesswoman, and she decided to create her own product. And she launched her own line called Wonderful Hair Grower. Madam C.J. Walker, her business grew rapidly by 1911. She founded the Madam C.J. Walker Manufacturing Company. She even built a factory in Indianapolis and trained thousands of Black women as sales agents, helping them achieve financial independence at a time when few opportunities existed for women of color. Madam C.J. Walker was also the first person to start branding. And here in the next slide, you could see a picture of her advertisement. The ad showcases how Madam C.J. Walker used personal branding to promote Black beauty and economic empowerment. Madam C.J. Walker, her story is really remarkable. She rose from being a washwoman to becoming the first female millionaire in the United States. It wasn't just a personal triumph. It was deeply connected to the social and economic changes shaping Black America after the Civil War. As millions of African Americans moved from rural South to northern cities during the Great Migration, Madam Walker's business followed them. She opened training schools, beauty salons, and distribution hubs, in cities like St. Louis, Indianapolis, and Harlem. These urban centers became hubs of Black middle class, and Walker's company gave thousands of women dignified jobs as sales agents, far removed from the domestic labor they have long been confined to. Her brand grew alongside this demographic shift, empowering women to earn and build wealth in new urban communities. Walker allowed for people to have a better life because her jobs that she was creating for women allowed them to move, especially during the Great Migration when people were leaving the rural South for other cities like Chicago, Pittsburgh, and Detroit for a better way of living. This section highlights Madam C.J. Walker's incredible legacy beyond just her business success. She rose from poverty to become one of the wealthiest women in the world, but what's more powerful is how she used that success to empower others. Her story connects to the larger movements of the Great Migration and the rise of the Black middle class. She became a symbol of what was possible for African Americans, especially women, during a time when opportunities were limited. Walker reflected the long tradition of Black women's collective giving and community uplift. She didn't just build a company, she built pathways for other women to follow, showing that economic success could drive social change. Her life stands as a reminder that her business leadership and generosity can go hand in hand to transform society to a better place.